Yeah, I've taken a little bit of a back seat from the lake at Cambridge and been down in Christchurch, which has been nice, refreshing, and spent some time with my wife's family down there. Yeah, training hard. Had access to all the high performance facilities down there, and training on the Waimak, which has been really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Hit a few fish, which is something new. Yeah, certainly having variety helps, and when I'm 35 and have been in the sport for close to 20 years, it's nice to just do something different and get the head back in the game. Yeah, I mean 2022 was always going to be an interesting one, coming off the back of a successful Olympics. So the aim of the game was to enjoy it and to spend time with my new family and kind of build back into a world champs. And COVID came along, which was fun in the mix there. So I was really pleased with how it actually ended up, and I know this year that it's a different story. It's qualification year, and then obviously the main goal is Paris and all that entails. Nationals is a bit of a milestone this year. The aim is to win my 10th national title, which would surpass the previous 9th. The Stephanie Foster Cup, I believe, is named after the great Stephanie Foster. So yeah, that's the goal for this year, but also just to enjoy it and have fun and spend some time in Twizel and again be in the mix again.
We've got to try to qualify as many boats as possible this season at the World Champs. So yeah, that's really, really important for us for next year, the Olympic year. So I think our goal is to qualify a pair and four. So whatever boat I find myself in, either a pair or four, I'd be happy. I'll be rowing a pair with Brooke Robertson at Nationals. Brooke's from Nelson, so I'll race with him. The pairs are a really challenging event, and it's also a really challenging boat to row. There's so much to it, and there's so many subtleties that make it super tricky, and you get a lot of free speed for those small changes which are hard to identify. So it's a real rabbit hole you can get stuck into. We had Hamish around in 2020, 2021, and he's the master of, he's the king of rowing pairs. So that was massive, just to pick his brain a little bit. It's cool, the more you know about the boat, the wider your knowledge is, and the more you can decide what direction you want to go into.
I've loved Summer Squad so far. It's been really cool. We've had 2 lightweights women in the squad and another lightweight woman in the EDS squad, so that's been really cool. Most we've had in years, so really promising. Yeah, so I am going to row the premier single at Nationals. I'll give it a good crack. As a lightweight, we tend to be a little bit smaller than the others, but sometimes that's a good thing. And yeah, I love racing against the heavyweights. We have some of the best scullers in the world. So to be able to race against them is amazing. It's an amazing experience, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, I'll be racing the Prem single and the Prem double. I don't really change what I do. I try and keep I have a race plan, and just because as I'm smaller doesn't mean necessarily that I'm going to change the way that I row just to race against heavyweight athletes. So yeah, I try and stick to my guns and do what I do best, and just try and go as fast as I can. And if that means that I can get close to some of those top heavyweights, then fantastic.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to heading down to Rutenfa for Nationals this year. We've got hopefully pretty speedy Avon 4 that I'm pretty keen to hopefully get my first red coat in. Also rowing a pair with Thomas, who I rode with at school, so it's going to be a good event, and yeah, really looking forward to getting back down there. Putting on an Avon singlet means a lot. Dad rode at school through Avon too, the same school as me. Having won a few of the same events as him, so it's pretty cool to, I guess, keep representing the family. To win the Boss Ford, it's probably been the biggest goal of mine in Nationals since leaving school. Haven't been able to manage to do that in that McDonald's, kind of switched clubs and made it very difficult a few times. So I think we have a really good shot this year. We've got 4 really good guys, 2 under-23s who just won silver at the World Champs, and then a mate from school, Thomas, I've rode with a lot. So I think it's actually going to be a really good race, and I'm really looking forward to it.
So the boat that I'll be racing at Nationals is the pair with Brooke Kilmeister, which will be good. We've been rotating around this summer. Yeah, pair draft 8, which will be really good. I'm looking forward to that. And then hopefully a boat representing CRC. So it's very nostalgic. So I'm from Christchurch, so I love going back to Twizel. Just brings back good memories, takes you back to your roots. We spent a lot of time there at school, so fond memories.
Anyway, we were having a chat because I noticed you've got a vintage pair of slides. How long have you had these things for? Because they look as though they're pre-century.
I've had them since 2016, which was my first New Zealand campaign in the under-23 women's 8.
What's this?
Yeah, they are old, they're weathering, they fell apart a little bit, but we just whacked a wee nail on the side there and all good to go.
I've loved being here with the development squad. I think it's something new, the way they've done it this year, and I've got to meet people that I've never met before, never rode with before, and it's been really fun. So it doesn't freeze in Washington, so we get to row year round, but the team over there is 50 or 60 girls, whereas the squads here are maybe like 10. It's also really intimate here at Row New Zealand, I think. Everyone knows everyone. It's a bit harder in America where you've got 20 new freshmen. But I guess that's part of the challenge, just getting to meet everyone and integrate them all into the team. Yes, I'm very excited to race at Nationals. I get to race with Phoebe, who actually graduated from Washington in 2016. So that'll be fun to have a husky pair. After Nationals, I'll probably head back to America, and then our racing season starts over there. So it's kind of like another reset, and then I head straight back into it, kind of hitting the ground running. We have a regatta at the end of March, a 2-day regatta, so that'll be kind of the next thing. So there's not much of a break in between. I'll be going from a pair to an 8 and trying to integrate back in a bigger boat and see how that feels.